welcome in. Thank you so much for streaming with me on this Easter Sunday. It is a pleasure to see you. I'm Ariel Onstadt. We have some news to get to, and then we're going to take you to some festivals. We're going to check in on the weather and let you know what to expect. If you're streaming along with us on YouTube, great to have you. Feel free to drop some comments or questions in the chat. If you're here with us on Fox Local, right on. We're ready to get to some news of the day. The first story being that we've been tracking is a deadly shooting in Snellville. Our very own Lindsay Tuman has been following up on the latest with this. And Lindsay, we're learning, of course, more about the victim, but not from police. You were telling us that it's actually the victim's family that was talking about him to us.
Yes, we have gotten some limited details from the victim's family at this time, Ariel. They confirmed that the victim in this was 22-year-old Brian Smith, but investigators are really early into this case, and there are limited details that they've been able to release about what exactly happened. So far, we know that Gwinnett County Police responded to an area off of Bryant Drive. This is in Snellville. They got a call around 5 o'clock last night in response to a shooting. When officers got on the scene, they found that 22-year-old man's body outside of a vehicle on the dead end of that street. Now, limited details about what exactly happened other than the fact that they had responded to the shooting and found this man there. They don't know why he was in the area. And in fact, the victim's family tells us that he's actually from Loganville, so they don't know why he would be in Snellville at all. Neighbors on Bryant Drive were on high alert after they heard that gunfire in an area they say is relatively quiet.
But I heard the gunshots from the back. This is where I was doing some gardening, so I heard the gunshots. And then I went inside just to look out to see if I see anything. I didn't see nothing. I went back to what I was doing, then I came back out here, and this place was filled with police cars.
Certainly disturbing for those neighbors to hear and then see that large scene. Now, at this time, Gwinnett County Police have not released any details about a suspect or suspect description or anything about another vehicle either. They also haven't released any details about what exactly might have led up to this shooting, but we're asking those questions, and as soon as we have those answers, of course, we'll keep you updated as well. They're also asking at this time the public if anyone has any information that could help them in this case or help lead to an arrest, to please contact law enforcement. You can also contact Crime Stoppers if you want to remain anonymous. And that's the latest out here live in Gwinnett County. I'm Lindsay Tuman. Ariel, back to you.
Lindsay, heartbreaking situation for that family. Thank you so much for following up on this. We'll continue to check in with you. Well, bringing things back here, we are going to keep you guys up to date on what to do on this Sunday afternoon. There's no shortage of festivals, and the weather looks pretty great for this. And we're going to check in with meteorologist Alex Forbes about that in just a little bit. First, let's give you a peek at what to expect. Our very own Eli Jordan is at Sandy Springs Artsapalooza. And Eli, it sounds like the festival might be just opening around 11 a.m.
Oh, yeah, it's just now opening up. All the tents are opening up. And we're out here at the Artsapalooza in Sandy Springs. It goes on till 5 p.m. And out here on Lake Forest Drive, and I'm here with Randall Fox. Randall, tell me, what all we got going on today?
So this is the 16th annual Sandy Springs Artsapalooza. Today we'll have 150 artists, both local and regional. And then at 2 o'clock this afternoon, we'll have our annual Easter egg drop. We'll be dropping about 10,000 Easter eggs with about $200 in golden eggs available as well.
So tell me, what kind of art can people expect to see out here?
We have pretty much everything, something for everyone. We've got printers, painters, potters, jewelry people. We're very fortunate to have a lot of really great local and regional artists here. There's something here for everybody, and they can actually come out and spend the entire day with us.
And tell me about this Easter egg hunt. This sounds exciting.
Easter egg. So we've been doing this now for about 15 years. This is our annual Easter egg drop. At 2 o'clock, we drop about 200 Easter eggs. And right over here in the food court on the lawn, you'll see a 12-foot Easter bunny. That's where it happens. And we'll be dropping 10,000 eggs. And with that, we've mixed in 30 golden eggs with anywhere from $1 to $100 to be hidden to be found.
So tell me, Festivals like this, it's festival season. Why is it important for a community to have festivals like this?
The thing here is that these are local artists, so these are people that are out here selling their crafts, looking for ways to supplement their income. These are professional artists. This is what they do. So it's really great to come out here, support them, support the community. It's a great economic development. It's a lot of fun and a great way to spend the day with the family.
So how many years has this been going on again?
This is the 16th annual Arts-a-Palooza.
Arts-a-Palooza, and today it's Easter Day, and it's also 420 Day. It's Arts-a-Palooza Easter 420. Come on out here, come down to Sandy Springs on Lake Forest Drive. It's close to Hammond Drive, and check out the arts and the wares after your Easter service, and you can hang out here. And there's also, look, here's a camera spot right there. Hey, what's up, camera guys? And we got this whole stretch here. I just gave you a tour of the whole entire festival, except for where they do the Easter egg hunt. And
don't forget our bunny.
Of course, we got Peter Cottontail riding here. I would like to thank Peter Cottontail for hanging out with us today and being a part of the coverage of Arts-a-Palooza here at Sandy Springs and 420 Day. Easter, those chocolate bunnies are probably a little extra special this year. But it's really nice out here. The weather is perfect. And it's not huge. It's just right down the road. Mountain Vernon Highway and then Hammond in between there on Lake Forest Drive. I like this little spot right here because they got vintage cameras. Of course, I like this. This is really cool. Vintage cameras, and of course looks like a lot of film was taken here. Use film on that, and then we got some wares. Come out here and get you a little sundress or skirt or whatever. And then we got some woodworking here. So is this your spot?
Yes, it is.
So what all do you have here?
Wood and epoxy, home decor, and a few furniture items and such.
Is this your first Sandy Springs Festival?
It is first in Sandy Springs, yeah.
So what do you think?
I'm liking it so far. It's been gorgeous. I love the area.
Tell me your name real quick.
Bryce Boyd.
Yeah. Bryce Boyd?
Boyd Woodworking.
Boyd Woodworking. You can come out here and check out Bryce Boyd and Boyd Woodworking. And he's got some really neat epoxy stuff here. And we got some vinyl records, spin some wax. That's, records are coming back now. CDs, you cannot find them anywhere. And then we got some jewelry here. And then you walk on down, and it looks like we got some yard furniture. And this is some cool art. Busy, good, colorful stuff here. How's the festival treating you guys?
Great. It's been super fun.
Awesome. There's all sorts of good stuff here. Here's a rock and roller spot here. Rockin' designs. Really cool stuff. We got some stone stools, piano stools, some Grateful Dead stools. We got some clocks here. And then there's some yard furniture. Check it out. It's really cool down here at Sandy Springs. Arts-a-Palooza. Yeah, it's really nice. It's peaceful. These guys are just wrapping, setting up. One more day. Oh, yeah. Good morning. Doing good. How are you?
Good. This is Aldo with salsa.
We got all sorts of sauces here. We got jewelry here. And we have a little blown-up Dalmatian here. And we got some doggy wares here. Doggy wares, get your favorite college bandana for your doggy. Roll Tide, everybody. And here's some,
Eli, that's where I feel like I
really
just
nice
have to end the stream on you.
here. But no, you can't do that. Everybody loves a winner. Here's some beautiful sculptures here. I mean, African art here is just beautiful. I love the elephants. And check out these giraffe.
Eli's continuing the theme.
Awesome.
He's trying to, really hit home on the Roll Tide by showing us more elephants.
Oh, yeah, you know it. And if you can't have cats, elephants are good, too. But for the doggy lovers, here's some doggy stuff. It looks like some refrigerator magnets and stuff. Refrigerator magnets. There's a kitty cat. Oh, yeah. Awesome. Thank you for showing up and sporting your goods. And here's some more jewelry here. You can get all sorts of things that your heart desires to spruce up your home or yourself. Hello, how's it going? Happy Festival Day. Happy Easter. Hello. Here's all sorts of earrings here.
Eli, I'm
I
loving
would only
it.
need one earring because I only have one ear pierced. So yeah, I mean, this is, you know.
Lots
And
to choose
right over here,
from.
they got all the food trucks. Lots of food trucks, too. And the Easter egg hunt, 2 p.m. Come out here, do the Easter egg hunt. You might
get
find some
cash,
cash in
yeah.
a few of those eggs. Yeah, and so you can buy some real eggs.
Well, Eli,
And,
maybe when we check in with you at 11:30, you can show us some of the food, if there's anything cooking up just yet or anything that looks good to you.
All right, yeah, we'll check it out and see what kind of chows they have. But yeah, this is the Sandy Springs Arts of Palooza. Come
Love
out,
it.
check it out. It's going on until 5 p.m.
Okay, Eli, thank you so much. Eli Jordan, everybody, he's out there in Sandy Springs. You can go enjoy it for yourself. But if you're headed out to a festival today, you probably want to know what to expect weather-wise. So let's check in with meteorologist Alex Forbes. Alex, how's it looking?
Yeah, you might have noticed in Eli's shot, no shadows because there's not a lot in the way of sunshine across Metro Atlanta right now. We're looking at some thick cloud cover live over Truist Park. The Braves and the Twins back at the ballpark at 1 o'clock this afternoon. I'll show you the forecast for that here in just a moment. But first, let me flip this over to the satellite and radar. And you see the satellite. Yeah, there's clouds over there. The radar, there's nothing going on here over North Georgia. Temperature in Atlanta now of 72, 73 in Calhoun and in Blue Ridge, 73 in Clayton, and 74 over in Eatonton. You look off to the west, the same cannot be said. You see a mess back there into Oklahoma, Kansas, and Missouri. That's going to be the front that brings some scattered showers to North Georgia by the evening tomorrow, and then all across Metro Atlanta by the time we get to Tuesday. But as for the rest of your Easter, I think we'll see a couple peaks of sunshine here through the afternoon. Temperatures getting into the mid-80s this afternoon. A breeze out of the south-southeast at about 5 to 10 miles an hour through the day. Today, we take a look at it on the hour-by-hour forecast, and you see that cloud cover hanging around in many spots, but in other spots, we do get some breaks and get some sunshine in here. Here we go into tomorrow morning, mix of sun and clouds. Tomorrow afternoon, watching for some scattered storms up in northwest Georgia, and then the shower and storm activity tries to weasel its way into Metro Atlanta by Tuesday, and that's going to be primarily north of Interstate 20. Tuesday will feature a 60% chance of rain. Mind you, that is a 40% chance of staying dry. But as for today, we're going with 84 in Atlanta, 84 in Covington, 84 in Athens, 83 in Peachtree City and in LaGrange, 85 in Rome, and 80 itself up in Blairsville. Then for tonight, our average low is 53, and these are also trending warmer. 62 in Atlanta is going to do it for us. We'll say 50s outside of 285 and 61 up in Rome. Here's your Fox 5 Storm Team 7-day forecast. So a 30% chance of rain tomorrow, still warm, a high temperature of 85, and that 30% chance of rain is going to be primarily in northwest Georgia. And then Tuesday, that's going to be your best rain chance here in the metro. Might even mix in a couple of storms before all is said and done. But Ariel, that front stalls out. We're going to be left with warm temperatures and a rain chance each day into next weekend, with our highs running about 10 degrees above average. And for that matter, our lows as well in the 60s.
Oh, Alex, I really did try to soak in the cooler days we had while we had them. It looks like we're in for a spring warm up and kind of stormy a little bit potentially ahead. So, Alex, thank you. We'll stay tuned to you. Well, guys, it is time to take a very quick 2-minute break. On the other side of it, we're going to take you to Chamblee. Our very own Caitlin Pratt is giving us a look at the festival happening there, so there's no shortage of things to do. Stick with us. 2 minutes will fly by, and we'll see you right back here. Well, welcome back. I'm Ariel Onstadt, and it's a pleasure to see you here on our Sunday. Thanks so much for streaming with us. If you're hanging out on YouTube, welcome. Feel free to drop some comments or questions in the chat, and we'll get to it. We are going to take you now to Chamblee because it is a beautiful day on this Easter Sunday, and our very own Caitlin Pratt is out there giving us a look at what to expect. Caitlin, it's 11:15. I assume I'm hearing the music. Maybe the festival's open now?
Let's go, Ariel. Yeah, come meet me. Leave the station, come meet me down here. They've got live music, all the vendors opening up their tents. Let me give you a little look around here. This fella has been entertaining us for the past hour. You're such a lucky guy. So, this year is the second year this festival is happening here in Chamblee. It's a straight shot, which is so convenient for foot traffic, right along the railroad tracks here. And this year, festival organizers tell me they have 30 to 40, even more vendors than they did last year. It was such a success. They said, hey, we got to bring this back. We're going to make it bigger than ever. The turnout has been great. Again, this just started at 11 o'clock, and you can see just how many people are already out and about. Family event. There's some bouncy houses for the kiddos, some food trucks if anyone needs to get a snacky snack before their big Easter meal. And I've been doing some shopping myself. I'm going to take you over here to a special vendor. Here we go. I made an order. Ariel, I know you have a new dog. you have a new pet. I adopted Martha the pug, and I have a specialized little bandana. Isn't that amazing? And I want to get you caught up with, this maker. How did this all start?
It all started with our son wanting to have somebody home when he came home from school. So we had to come up with a business where we could be there and still support our family as well as be there for our children. And that was the most important thing for us.
And it's been so successful.
Yeah, 10 years now we've been doing this. We don't even work any other jobs. This supports our whole family right now. So it's a great thing. We get to see everybody's dogs. We have the happiest booth, we like to say, around. People are excited when they come up to it. When they're picking it up, they are just as excited. And we love to see the dogs after as well.
100%. And walk me through, I'm going to pan the camera.
Sure.
Walk me through what's happening over here.
So over here we are embroidering the names. So you can definitely, we've got 5 different sizes. You pick the bandana, you pick the thread color, and then we pass it back to my wife here, and she does all the embroidery.
Wow.
Usually about 15 minutes on a good day, as long as everything's timed correctly. We'll get it all done. You just continue to shop the market and stop back by, and we'll have it all ready for you.
How does Chamblee's Art Fest stack up? You said you do this for a living now.
We do this. We do travel all over for it, and Chamblee is great. The organizers here have been fantastic. One of the best organized events we've ever participated in, and the people here are just wonderful. So we're actually really happy to be a part of it for the first time and look forward to being back.
Awesome. Thanks for talking with us, and thank you for my personalized Martha bandana. I'm going to leave you, Ariel, with just another look here. So many things to choose from. Mother's Day is coming up. Maybe you have a gift you want to get for a mom or a mother figure, someone special in your life. This is the perfect opportunity to come out and pick something out that's special, that's extraordinary, not cookie cutter. If that's what you're into, then this is definitely the place for you here today. That is for sure. You definitely have some great weather for it. I would advise go ahead and bring some hats, bring some sunblock, especially for the younger ones for sure. And I'm so happy I put my Apple Watch on today because I am getting in my steps at work. I'm gonna send it back to you in the studio.
Caitlin, great advice. I think I will be joining you to get a Mother's Day present. That sounds wonderful. And can't wait to see Martha the pug in that bandana. Well, bringing it back over here on your Sunday, we have some other news to keep you up to date on, some things that are happening tomorrow. Put it on your radar. One of the big things, of course, the city of South Fulton is mourning the loss of an officer, Lieutenant Helio Garcia. He was killed in the line of duty, and he was working and killed in a vehicular collision. Now, police do tell us that involved in this, there was a woman 31-year-old Centuria McLean, who crossed a double white line on Flat Shoals Road, hit his vehicle head on, and his funeral service is happening tomorrow. That's Monday. It's going to happen at 1 p.m. at World Changers Church in South Fulton, and a viewing is going to be held before the service between 10 a.m. and noon, and I tell you about this in case you'd like to go show your support, line the street, or go to that public viewing. Also tomorrow, this is something that will affect a lot of us travelers. Leaders at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport are looking at whether or not to increase prices to airport parking. So they're going to discuss parking rate adjustments. New rates are going to start May 1st, and that's definitely just ahead of the start of the busy travel season over this summer. Details on whether the prices are going to go up or down have not been shared in advance, but of course, as soon as we know, we'll keep you updated. We're told this is the first time rates have been adjusted in 8 years, so definitely a big change there. So we'll keep you updated. Also, something to keep on your radar. A federal judge here in Atlanta has sided with more than 100 international students when it comes to the international student visa ruling. The ruling temporarily protects those students from possible deportation. It comes after many students sued the federal government after their student visas were revoked by ICE. That includes students at Emory, Georgia State, and UGA. Affected students say the revocation of their student visas without due process is unlawful. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has said a student visa is not a human right. We'll continue to keep you updated on this story, but as we continue to look at legal situations unfolding around student visas, migrants, and the Trump administration working to deport certain groups of people, the Supreme Court has just decided that they are going to block Trump deportations under the Alien Enemies Act for now. The court ruled the Trump administration cannot deport Venezuelans currently being held at a Texas detention center or any other migrants from the United States until the Supreme Court hears more arguments. This is in response to an appeal from the American Civil Liberties Union. The Trump administration has been trying to deport illegal migrants using the Wartime Alien Enemies Act. It's only been invoked 3 previous times in U.S. history, most recently during World War II to hold Japanese American civilians in internment camps. So we'll continue to let you know as that situation unfolds. But it is Easter Sunday, and I do want to let you see a little bit of the sunrise service this morning that unfolded at Stone Mountain Park. Our very own photojournalist Billy Heath was there and captured some beautiful video. And as we take a look at this, we know that this morning people ventured up to the park for this nearly 80-year-long Easter tradition. I'm going to let you just watch this, and we're going to enjoy this until we decide to take a break. Well, you're taking a live look at the Vatican on this Easter Sunday. Earlier this morning, Pope Francis emerged from his convalescence to bless thousands of people in St. Peter's Square and treat them to a surprise Pope-mobile romp through the piazza. This drew wild cheers and applause as he continued his recovery from a near-fatal bout of double pneumonia. Just a little bit ago, we were also watching the Easter Sunday services inside of the Vatican. We were looking as the priests were blessing different members of the congregation. The crowd shouted words of encouragement to the Pope as he looped through the square in his open-topped Pope-mobile and then up and down the main avenue leading to it. He did stop occasionally to bless babies that were brought up to him, a scene that was common in the past, but just unthinkable a few weeks ago as the 88-year-old fought for his life. So we'll continue to keep you updated as things progress. We've been checking in at different Easter Sunday services throughout. Earlier this morning, we were, of course, taking a look at the sunrise service at Stone Mountain Park, and I hope to give you guys another look at that in just a little bit. But for now, we have some news of the day to get to. And so one of the very first things I want to talk about here locally is an investigation that is underway in Snellville because police are looking into a deadly shooting. And our very own Lindsay Tuman has been following up on this. And Lindsay, you found out that the man in the situation doesn't even live anywhere nearby Snellville.
That's right, Ariel, and that information is coming from the victim's family who spoke briefly with Fox 5. They tell us that the man who was killed is 22-year-old Brian Smith. They say they all live in Loganville. This event happened in Snellville, and they're not sure why their loved one was there. Now, Gwinnett County investigators were initially called out to a shooting on Bryant Drive in Snellville at around 5 o'clock Saturday evening in broad daylight. They responded to this shooting call, and when they got on the scene, they found a vehicle parked at the dead end of this street. A man's body was found outside of that vehicle, and again, the family identifying him as 22-year-old Brian Smith. There's limited details about what exactly transpired from investigators at this point. They're still trying to figure out what led up to this shooting and who exactly is behind it. But neighbors who live in that area tell us they heard that gunfire and they are very troubled by the scene that transpired in the wake of it.
Scared because there is gunshots that keep going up somewhere over there sometimes. People practicing, I guess. But this one was right there, you know, you could hear it. And then, like, I heard something speed away.
And again, Gwinnett County Police have not released any details about a potential suspect or suspect description or suspect vehicle. They're still tracking down those answers, and as soon as we get them from law enforcement, of course, we'll keep you updated. In the meantime, police are asking if anyone has any information to please contact the police department, or if you want to remain anonymous, you can also call Crime Stoppers. Reporting live in Gwinnett County, I'm Lindsay Tuman. Ariel, back to you.
Lindsay, thank you so much for following up on this heartbreaking situation. We'll continue to keep you updated as police continue to investigate. Well, taking a look at different things that you can do on your Sunday afternoon, festivals. It is a beautiful day to get out and enjoy everything the Metro Atlanta area has to offer. And our very own Eli Jordan is doing just that, checking out a festival in Sandy Springs. The gates have been open for about 30 minutes now. Eli, you've been chatting with some of the different vendors. What's going on now?
Hey, yeah, I'm out here at Arts-a-Palooza in Sandy Springs. It's Easter, it's 420, it's Arts-a-Palooza, yeah. There's about 150 artists out here. You know, other than that, I started to, I teased the food truck lane here, and you suggested I get some food, and so I went to Super Taco, which is right there, and I got some Super Tacos. Let me iris down just a wee bit. Oh yeah, and I got my Mexican Coca-Cola because it's got real sugar in it. It's tasty. But things are starting to kick up. The crowds are starting to show up some. The DJ has cranked up some music, and all the artists have their booths open. They got all sorts of different arts here. They got pottery, they got woodworking, they got sculptures, they got paintings, they got photographs. They also have wares and jewelry and some toiletry type items, maybe. I guess lip balms and lotions and animal treats and toys and things like that around here. And it's really, really laid back. It's cool. It's here in Sandy Springs, Arts-a-Palooza at 2 p.m. There's going to be an Easter egg hunt, and some of the eggs are going to have some cash in them. And the golden eggs will have some cash in them, up to I think it's $300 worth, or something more than that. But yep, there'll be an Easter egg hunt at 2 p.m. And what else is going on here? Oh yeah, they're gonna have some music here, and this goes on until 5 p.m. And it's really, like I said, laid back. The weather is perfect. It's not hot and humid. That's what's great about these early festivals. It's springtime, and it's not in the dead heat like some other festivals that I have attended that are just sweltering. This is this perfect weather. And here's one of my favorite artists, blues, whatever. And this is John Lundy. His stuff is very Burton-esque, Wes Anderson-esque, and he is also a art teacher at a high school, which is super cool because we like to promote creativity. Real quick, John, tell me what kind of stuff you got here.
Yeah, I got it's kind of folk art inspired, mixed media. I use clay, paper, wood, metal, a bunch of different materials, and I just have fun making it.
And you've been to this festival several times, right?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, they do a spring one and a fall one, and I've been here several years.
So tell me about the Sandy Springs Festival. I mean, what do you think about it?
It's a lot of fun. They get good crowds here, and people that like looking at lots of different kind of art, and just happy to be here.
So do you have a favorite booth besides your own?
Favorite booth? The guy next to me does some great paintings, big oil paintings, and come check him out. He does some good stuff.
Awesome. Thanks, John. John Lundy and his really cool folk art here, kind of, you know, a circus type.
I feel like Eli.
Wes Anderson.
I feel like I got to
Yes.
see the oil paintings next door that he was talking about.
Oh, well, here's some oil paintings right here, I do believe. And this is what he was speaking about right here. Some really cool, like, modern type.
Yeah.
I'd say, you know, maybe modern 70s retro sort of in a way. It's really, really nice. I like these. Let's see. I got to check out his name real quick. Oh, Michael Taylor. Michael Taylor Abstracts. Yep.
Okay.
So, yeah, this is really cool. I like these. Yeah. These are awesome. And these seem like they have like a epoxy type finish on top of them to help protect them a little bit. Not all of them, but some of them do, and that's what makes them look unique. Yeah, there's all sorts of really nice creative things out here to check out. And, you know, these people put in a lot of time to create this stuff. And this stuff is from the soul. I mean, I know that they stay up late nights painting and trying to figure out and get it perfect in their own mind's head, and then they have to come out and hope that the public will accept their creation and maybe buy a few things.
Yeah.
And, this is really nice. This is the 3D art where you get to put on these glasses here. If you buy a piece, they'll give you a box of glasses, and then you put the glasses on, and these images pop out at you.
That is
I tried it out, but you need to, it will not translate on a camera because it's only one lens, so you need ocular vision. So, but otherwise, this is going on until 5 p.m. And like I said, there's an Easter egg hunt at 2 with some potential cash that you might be able to land if you find the golden eggs.
Eli, I think as soon as I leave here, I'm on festival duty, and I think hunting for some extra special treats, aka a little money and some Easter eggs, sounds like a good time to me.
Oh yeah, and also too the food. I got a couple tacos I need to get back to.
You do.
And my Mexican Coca-Cola to sip on.
Get back
so
there
I'm gonna
before
go head back to that and munch down.
Eli, thanks so much.
Oh yeah, you know it.
We'll see you back here in a little bit.
Thank you, Ariel.
Well, of course, you guys can enjoy Sandy Springs Arts Palooza until 5 p.m. today. So if that's on your radar and you're thinking, what's the weather going to do for the rest of today? What's it going to do for this week ahead? Maybe you've got a busy week coming up. We have Alex Forbes, our meteorologist, ready to tell us what to expect. Alex, give it to us.
It's going to be warm. Back to you.
All right. I'd expect nothing less from Georgia.
Exactly. No, so it's going to be warm and then some, I think, across Metro Atlanta and North Georgia. Yesterday, we hit 86 degrees. Our record was 88. a long time ago, and we came close to it, came within 2 degrees. Forecast is high of 87. We're only off by 1. And today we're going to do something similar, but not exactly the same thing. We're looking live at Hartsville Jackson, looking out your window across North Georgia, find a lot of cloud cover across the area, and this is no different right now over at Hartsfield right now. Let's see. In Atlanta, 72 is now where we stand. Winds out the south-southwest at 5 miles an hour, and that south-southwesterly breeze is in part responsible for the warm-up today and keeping us warm. Now, mind you, our average high is 75. Here we are at 72 at 11:37 in the morning. Going to sail right on past that 75 here in the next few minutes. 71 in Canton, Gainesville, 76 over in Blairsville. And as we take a look at what to expect over the next several days, you're going to notice scattered showers and storms in the picture, which we don't have today. So changes are in store with rain spreading into North Georgia by the time we get to Tuesday, primarily north of Interstate 20. We've got the Twins and the Braves coming up here in a little less than 2 hours now. 1:20 is first pitch over at Truist Park, looking for a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures getting into the upper 80s, 84, the high temperature today. So mostly cloudy to start, but I do expect to see more breaks in the clouds later this afternoon, with the temperatures being just a couple degrees cooler than yesterday. And then over the course of the next several days, you're going to notice our rain chances tick up, and they take a while to dwindle. So here's what happens. Monday, cold front begins to push into northwest Georgia, brings with it a rain chance. I'd say that rain chance in places like Dalton, Calhoun, Rome, Lafayette, up towards, say, Ringgold, is probably higher than 20%. But that's for Metro Atlanta. And then you see it jumps to 60% there on Tuesday. Mind you, it still has some ways to go to 100, right? That's not a guarantee. But then that front stalls out. And as it does so, it keeps that rain chance around through the end of the week. So I think there is going to be a handful of people that go Wednesday through Saturday and see no rain. There's also going to be a handful of people who go Wednesday through Saturday and see a shower every day, and then everybody else is stuck somewhere in between. So it looks like a summertime storm variety, but it's not that. It's going to be scattered showers with a decaying front across Metro Atlanta and North Georgia. And because that front doesn't entirely push through, the warm Easter forecast will give way to a warm week after Easter. Highs in the 80s and lows will actually be in the 60s. So all of that above average for this time of year. Here's how it looks on the hour-by-hour forecast model now. Clear through the day today, mixing in some sun later on this evening. Then for tomorrow, waking up partly cloudy, and then tomorrow evening, this is when that storm threat would be in northwest Georgia. This is 5 p.m., so up in, say, Catoosa County, Whitfield, Murray, Walker counties. Yeah, some heavy downpours possible, and then that spreads into the North Metro through the overnight into early Tuesday morning. So I would plan on some rain overnight Monday into Tuesday if I'm in maybe North Cobb, Bartow, Cherokee, Forsyth, Hall, Banks counties, places like that. And then through the day on Tuesday, if you missed out on that overnight shower activity, I think we're going to see waves of showers and maybe even a couple rumbles of thunder rolling through. And that's what the picture is going to look like through the end of the week. That's as far out as our high resolution model goes. As for today, though, Easter afternoon, 84 in Atlanta, 83 in Canton, 80 over in Blairsville, 84 in Covington, and 83 in LaGrange. Might be asking yourself, well, how does this stack up to other Easters? And it's a fair question, right? It's normal to think that, but I would caution you on one thing in terms of comparing it. Easter has a wide range of dates. It can be anywhere from late March into late April, and I don't think it's exactly fair to compare late March's weather to late April's weather because we're in spring. It's a transitional season for us. So just know it's going to be a warm Easter. It's not record-breaking for this date in particular, but it's coming close to it here in Metro Atlanta, and it's certainly above the average of 75 for this time of year. Here's your Fox 5 Storm Team 7-day forecast. So that 20 to 30% chance of rain on Monday gives way to 60% there on Tuesday, and then Ariel, we just remain warm and unsettled through the rest of the week. Again, looks like a summertime forecast, but is not a summertime forecast. It's a different science explanation behind it, but it looks the same, right?
I'll trust whatever you have to say, Alex. I definitely think it's a good reminder, like you said, that just because it's not raining near you next week doesn't mean it's not raining near somebody else.
Right.
So thank you so much, Alex. We're going to bring it back here. It is time to take a quick break. And on the other side of it, we're going to take you out to Chamblee, where maybe you can get in some early Mother's Day shopping. Maybe you can enjoy a lovely Easter Sunday afternoon with some friends and family. Our very own Caitlin Pratt is going to show us how to do it in just 2 minutes. We'll see you back here. Welcome back. I'm Ariel Onstad. If you're looking for something to do on this Easter Sunday, we've got no shortage of events to enjoy here in Metro Atlanta. One of those is the Chamblee Arts Festival. Our very own Caitlin Pratt has been checking it out for us. Caitlin, what's going on about now?
Hey, Ariel. Well, I'm here in a golf cart. I got tired of walking. I'm here in a golf cart, and here we go. I'm with one of the festival organizers, Francis, in the driver's seat next to me. And Francis, tell me about this. I mean, this is great turnout, right?
Yes, we've never done it here for Easter weekend, but we thought this is such a family-friendly, wonderful holiday that, you know, let people come out with their families after church or after lunch and enjoy all the amazing artists and food, and we've got some live entertainment, and yeah, we want them to come on out. We even have, at 2 o'clock, we're going to have an egg hunt, and we've got some live music, and so yeah, come on out and have a good time. I see a lot of children out here. We've got inflatable rides. Yeah, look at these great artists.
They really are. And what I love about this is like everything is different, right? There's all different mediums, all different styles, all different genres. How fun was it to put this together?
Oh, well, first of all, the city of Chamblee is incredible. They have been very, very easy to work with. And the fact that Chamblee is just exploding with growth, and this is the perfect street, Peachtree Road by the train station. This is what they consider their downtown area.
Sure.
And the street is flat. It's easy to walk. It's easy to set up your tents. This woman is amazing. Look at her artwork. It's artworks by Karen Fincannon. These are our amazing volunteers who are offering water and snacks to all of our artists, which is very sweet. They're from the local high school.
Because let's face it, you guys really lucked out as far as the weather's concerned.
Yay. Unfortunately, last year Mother Nature wasn't as nice on Sunday.
Yeah.
But maybe because it's Easter, she was being a little nicer today. I want you to check out this amazing, I keep saying amazing, but it is kind of amazing. Look at this horse's head. This guy lives by Murphy Candler Park, and he collects driftwood all around there.
This is incredible.
Yes,
wow.
Yes. Look at that. His name is Bjorn. And also, those are all bottle caps. Look at the pieces that he's
That is so intricate. Wow.
Yes. And look at the one behind you.
Oh, Jim Morrison?
Yes.
Nice.
That last night.
Last night?
Yes,
oh my goodness.
Yes.
Tell me more about the Easter egg hunt that's going to be happening around 2 o'clock.
Well, we're going to spread them around everywhere. So lucky children with their baskets can come and find them. They're filled with goodies in them, and we want them to come out. Certainly come out earlier. Come out earlier, get some food, buy some art, and then start looking, or, you know, because we're not going to set them out yet.
Yeah.
Because we want everybody to come and find their special egg.
There's something about community and events like that. Before we wrap up, touch on that a little bit. Just how art plays a part in our community.
Yeah, well, especially this community. They even have a public arts employee here whose job it is to bring amazing art to the city. God, I've said amazing again. Look at the mural on the wall.
Yep.
And that's kind of what she does for Chamblee. She's even worked with some artists. There's a bridge up ahead, and they've got some woven art actually on the bridge, which is kind of incredible. So, you know, as we can kind of drive along, you can see that even more. But, yeah, it's this artist who does some really cool clay.
And I love that you get to really meet the artists, too, and get a feel for their crafts.
Well, you know what? I'm an artist myself, and I used to do these shows. And so these artists have become kind of family for me. And I want them to feel like family at our events as well. And I like to call our shows fun art shows, not fine art shows, so that you might find a really nice painting, but then you can munch on some chocolate while you're doing that. So there's a little bit of everything with all kind of price ranges here.
Francis, you are speaking my language, and I think Ariel can agree too, right, Ariel?
I'm loving this. I feel like you're giving me a little tour, you know, on the golf cart, and I'm able to see all the vendors and get that sneak peek. So, Caitlin, thank you.
That's the word. You know what? Chamblee Art.
All right, well, I'll bring it back over here. I'll let Caitlin continue to hang out on the golf cart and have a good time. It looks like Caitlin's ready to get off and get going. I hope she finds some more treats. She's already gotten a bandana for her pug, Martha. So if you have a dog, they have some good items out there in case you're interested. Well, it is about that time, and that is time for a 2-minute break. We're going to take it. When we come back, we're going to talk about driving safety and how you can make sure to protect yourself and other drivers, because it's not just Easter Sunday, it's also 420. We'll talk about it in 2 minutes. Well, welcome back. I'm Ariel Onstad, and besides it being Easter Sunday, it is also April 20th, also known as 420. This could offer a hazard on the roads, and for that, we want to bring in AAA spokeswoman Montre Waiters to discuss the risks. Montre, so good to see you on our Sunday.
Oh, great to see you as well.
So, Montre, today is 420, right? And we were discussing a little bit about what this could mean when people are enjoying perhaps a little bit of cannabis and decide to get behind the wheel. Regardless of legality, some drivers actually do enjoy this and then start to drive, and that can present some risks for people also out on the road.
Oh, absolutely. So AAA, we did a study and we found some very alarming statistics, right? So we found that about 85% of cannabis users admit to driving the same day after consumption. So as you mentioned earlier, no matter the legality or medical prescription of cannabis as well, taking the wheel while impaired is unlawful in Georgia and extremely dangerous. So of course, our takeaway today too is to make sure that drivers are not getting behind the wheel on 420. I like to say the road requires clear heads, not a clouded mind. So it's very, very important. And to give you a statistic too as well is, according to the CDC, cannabis can slow a driver's reaction time, and affect their ability to make decisions in a split second, as well as distort their perception. So, bottom line is, it's very dangerous to drive on the road high.
I think it's that's the issue, right? At the end of the day, you're looking at if you are enjoying this or consuming it medically or otherwise, if it's slowing your reaction time, you're not able to react as quickly on the road. That's where the risk comes in. You can't drive defensively. You can't look out. Maybe you run a red light, right? These are all just things to keep in mind. And one of the things I wanted to ask is, do people actually admit to consuming cannabis and then driving on 420? Do we see an increase on 420 specifically?
Well, let's talk about this, right? So over 46% 6% of drivers believe that they drive the same as before smoking marijuana. So thinking that, marijuana, cannabis has no effect on them at all. Almost 15% think their driving is better, and nearly 20% think their driving is much better, which in a sense is kind of like delusional, right? It's that misconception of drivers thinking that after you smoke marijuana or cannabis, knowing what we know, the effects that it has on you, right? It slows your reaction time down. It's a downer, right? And we have over, I'd say roughly half said that they consume cannabis multiple times per day and still get behind the wheel and drive. So that's a dangerous thing. And I want to bring this up as well, Ariel. April is also Distracted Driving Month, right? So during this month, we talk about distracted driving and what distracting drivers do on the road. Here in Georgia, according to Georgia Traffic Safety Facts, 55% of all motor vehicle crashes have at least one confirmed distracted driver or suspected driver. So if you take the distracted driver and add a cannabis driver on top of that, that's a dangerous situation on the road.
I love your analogy a bit ago, or when you were speaking about the idea that a lot of people think it doesn't affect them, right? It's like the same group of people who think that they can serve a tennis ball as well as Serena Williams. It's like the math is not mathing, and you might think you're unaffected, but it doesn't work like that. One of the other statistics that I saw was just how many people put weight into what the cannabis industry has to say. And so if they hear that the cannabis industry says, oh, this won't affect you while you drive, or this has less effects for driving or doing different labor, they might believe that. And maybe we shouldn't believe what the cannabis industry has to say.
Absolutely. And I would say, even with the cannabis industry, it's about partnering, right? And all of traffic safety, cannabis users, cannabis industry, all of us working together. So making sure that we also provide that research to these industries. And if we work together, and I would say most cannabis organizations, I'm sure, would encourage folks not to get behind the wheel and drive if they find themselves, high. And, again, we need to look at, when we talk about the cannabis industry, this is no different than a person drinking and driving, right? It's still an impaired substance. So I think if we all work together, the cannabis industry also takes heed to the research that we put out there. I think it's all about, we all want to make sure that everyone gets home safely, right?
And it's, in your mind as a driver, right? If you're watching this, it's that kind of risk analysis where you think, hey, the one time that I do this, if this is the one time that I hurt myself or someone else, maybe it's just not worth that risk.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
When I'm looking at, different ways that we try to prevent and educate people, I know you guys are doing a Crashes Hit Different campaign. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
So absolutely, that's an upcoming new campaign that we have coming out because what we found is on average, someone is killed in a car crash every 12 minutes in the United States. So primarily due to 4 factors. That's impaired driving, it's the cannabis 420 day, distracted driving, which we talked about earlier, not buckling up, and speeding. So that is a campaign that is coming forward within the next month or so. And again, we wanted to kind of do a soft launch today just to bring awareness to the campaign that's coming, and also to, make sure that drivers know that, in part with this campaign, that impaired driving is really a big factor. And we want to prevent deaths on the road, and we want to prevent crashes on the road as well.
If any bit of information that you share can even save just one life, it'll all be worth it. Montre, thank you so much for joining me. Is there anything else I haven't asked you that you want to add before we have to go?
I just wanted to say, look, don't get behind the wheel and drive impaired, period, whether it's marijuana or alcohol or any other impairing substance on 420 or any other day.
Amen. We're not here to discuss the legality. We're here to discuss the safety, and we want to make sure everyone stays safe while they get behind the wheel. So, Montre, thank you so much for joining us. We are going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we return. Well, welcome back. I'm Ariel Onstad. Thank you so much for streaming with us on our Sunday morning. We want to check in. If you've got plans for the day, you're headed out, you want to know what to expect, we're going to get right to your weather forecast with meteorologist Alex Forbes. So I think Alex is well into the Easter spirit. He is hanging out amongst the tulips. Good morning, Alex.
Amongst the tulips and a basket of eggs, apparently. All right. Yeah. So it's a fun way of showing you the forecast today. It's the only day of the year we can do it. 74 is where we stand right now. All the Easter egg hunts going on. It's happening under a warming note, if that makes sense, right? If you did your hunt at like 8 o'clock this morning, it was in the 60s. Well, now here we are at noon and it's 74 with a mix of clouds across the area. The clouds have thinned out a bit in the last hour or so. I'm seeing a couple more peaks of sunshine across the metro. 72 now in Cherokee County, 77 in Gainesville, 78 in Clayton, 75 over in Athens, 72 in Covington, Noonan, and in Griffin at this hour. But take a look off to the west. Showers and storms. It's going to be a level 3 severe weather day out there, parts of northern Arkansas and into Missouri. That same front is moving towards North Georgia, but it is not going to carry that same severe weather risk by the time it gets here late tomorrow and into Tuesday. As for the remainder of your Easter, it's going to be a cloudy one, also a warm one. Temperatures in the mid to upper 80s at times, 84 here in the city. Winds out of the south-southeast at about 5 to 10. Here's how it looks on that hour by hour. You see some more clouds filtering through during the afternoon. However, once we get into the early evening hours, I think we will see more sun across North Georgia, some more clouds through the overnight, and then into tomorrow. It's going to be tomorrow afternoon and evening, some scattered storms arriving in parts of northwest Georgia. Some of those spill over into the metro area by the time we work our way into the overnight. Tuesday morning, maybe for the bus stop Tuesday morning, you've got a couple showers north of Interstate 20, and then that's going to continue through the day. I don't think everybody's going to see rain on Tuesday, especially south of Interstate 20, but those who do, it could even include a storm with maybe even a couple strikes of lightning. But as for today, 84 here in the city, 82 in Gainesville, 84 in Athens, mostly cloudy pretty much everywhere. I think everybody's going to be in that 80 to 85 range across the area, which is above average. Should be around 75 for this time of year. And Ariel, we are going to remain above average through the week ahead. That front pushes in and it stalls out and really falls apart. But as it does so, it is going to prompt showers and storms each day through next weekend. So high temperatures, low temperatures remaining above average with rain chance across North Georgia.
Alex, thank you so much. We'll definitely stay tuned as we monitor those rain chances and take in the coolness while it lasts, I suppose, because it's only going up from here.
Yep.
Alex, thank you. Well, you have your weather forecast in hand now, so if you're headed out for the day, you know what to expect. But if you're still wondering what to do today and you don't know where to go, we've got you covered on Easter Sunday. There's no shortage of festivals and things to do. One of these festivals happening in Chamblee right now. And our very own Caitlin Pratt has been out there giving us a look at everything. Caitlin, it's been about an hour since it opened. Are more crowds starting to come out?
Yes, good afternoon to you, Ariel. Such a wonderful day here in Chamblee. My goodness, we really having wonderful weather. Definitely, if you're heading out and about, whether it's here, anywhere else, bring the sunscreen because it gets really hot there if you're not in the shade. All right, let me go ahead and switch things around and you can see the crowd and how it's grown since you last saw me. This is kind of like the top of the street. I wanted to give you a great vantage point of how the crowd, the foot traffic has picked up. There's so many vendors here, more than 100 this year. And one of the event organizers told me that 30 to 40 more makers and artists joined this event this year, which is amazing. And the response has been really great, especially because of the weather, I think, just really welcoming. This is a family-friendly event. You can see right there. So many families, also people bringing their pets too along as they peruse the wares, the food, so many different things to see, to taste, to do. I want to tell you that at 2 o'clock this afternoon, there is going to be an Easter egg hunt with special things inside. Those eggs are going to be hidden here along this main roadway in Chamblee that for the first time has extended all the way down to the end near the MARTA station, a really special area that's been revitalized in recent years and now the perfect backdrop for an art festival just like this one. All different sorts of things to see and do, live music as well. And of course, I mentioned the family-friendly atmosphere. I can't go, Ariel, without showing you the star of the show. If you have a young one, a toddler, you're gonna have to go over to the kids zone, that's for sure. There's so many little bouncy houses. Get that energy out so that you can take a nap on the way home or this afternoon or while people are getting their Easter dinners together. So here you go, a look at the kids zone here. Just a really fun day to get out and about this Easter Sunday.
Kaylin, I couldn't have said it better. I think getting the energy out of the kids before some family festivities probably sounds like a great idea. It looks like a lot of fun. And how
100%.
smart. They have it right near the MARTA station this year. So you can, or I suppose it's maybe every year, but just the fact that it's been extended, you can get off of your MARTA train and come right out and enjoy this.
So accessible, for sure.
Awesome. Well, Caitlin, thank you so much. I'll leave you to it. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your Sunday. It is time to show you another area that you can enjoy here in Georgia. So if you're in the Chamblee area, you need something to do, we gave you a look at that festival. If you're in the Sandy Springs area, we have another flavor for you, also an arts festival, but of course something different to experience. Our very own Eli Jordan has been giving us a live look all morning at Sandy Springs Arts-a-Palooza. And Eli, I'm just curious, that Easter egg hunt later, there's some cash hidden. Are you going to be hunting for those eggs?
I'm going to be hunting eggs as a television reporter. I'll let the kids do that. But yes, it is Arts-a-Palooza on this 420, the first Sunday after the first full moon after the equinox, also known as Easter. And all the booths are opened up here. The weather is beautiful. You know, the sun is peering out some now. And there's all sorts of art. We got Tammy over here. She is spinning some wool. And she's got some lovely little wares here. And she's also spinning that wool. And over here we have Michael Meisner. He is a painter, and he does some pet portraits. Thinking about getting a pet portrait of Elwood, but I like this little starry night with the moose in the foreground there. That's just lovely. Absolutely lovely. And here it looks like a tree. When I bury a tree, I'd say it's like a ginkgo tree maybe, just because I know the leaves turn bright yellow gold. But here's Michael. Michael, how you doing on this Arts-a-Palooza?
Doing great, beautiful day.
Hey, tell me, what's your favorite part of the art festival?
People. Yeah, people come to see the art. I come to see the people.
And how long have you been an artist and coming to festivals?
Oh, we've been doing this on and off for about 7-8 years. Hardcore for about a year now, almost every weekend.
Now, is our pet portraits the only thing you do?
No, it's a small part of what I do. I do a lot of landscape work.
So what are you working on here?
Working on some stuff for out west. This is Monument Valley. We get to go out west in about 2 weeks and do some summer shows in Colorado. So I have to have some Western art for that.
Gotcha, awesome. And so, like I said, this is Michael Meisner's art booth here at Arts-a-Palooza. Very nice artwork, and I am very interested into the pet portraits. And I wonder if he can get a shot of Elwood as he's trying to scratch my face. But there's all sorts of nice, cool things here. Here's, they got clocks, records, journals, puzzles, magnets. And look, cat magnet here. Kitty cat magnets. Really cool, bright colored stuff going on. And how's it going, guys?
Hey, we're doing good. We're having a great day here.
Awesome. Yes, everybody's cool and happy. Here's that really good favorite of John Lundy's. Michael Taylor's artwork, I say retro modern. I don't know, but it's this one reminds me of the Maxell commercial. The guy sitting in the couch and kicking back. And Michael, right?
Yes, sir.
So tell me, what do you call your art?
I call it abstract and pop art. I do a combination of both. I do some mid-century moderns, I do lots of geometrics, I do chaos and confusion, and of course then I do your standard pop art.
It looks like you got some epoxy on some of these, correct?
Yes, sir. I use metallic watercolors and acrylics. I build half my canvases, but everything gets resin on them because of the combination of metallics and resin make dynamic paintings.
And how's your 420 Easter Arts-a-Palooza Fest been?
It has been fantastic. Wonderful, wonderful day.
Awesome. And so, yeah, this goes on until 5 o'clock. I'm sure Michael will be out here till then. He's got some lovely pieces of art. And they got some shaved ice here. Yes, it's tasty stuff. And then at 2 p.m., they have the Easter egg hunt. And there's going to be cash in some of those eggs. So, empty out your pockets, come down here, find the golden eggs, fill your pockets back up, and then buy some jewelry or buy some art, decorate your body, decorate your hallway. Ooh, this is cool. I like these. All these little, like, pendants and stuff. This is really neat.
How neat.
Very nice. Oh, yeah, those are really cool. Gemstone jewelry. Oh, and this is really cool, too. What do you think about that?
This is so adorable. We are thinking about commissioning one.
That's like 3D art, isn't it?
It is.
It casts shadows and everything.
Shadows. Yeah. It's beautiful. I absolutely love it.
This is really cool. So yeah, there's a lot of really neat things to see here at Arts-a-Palooza in Sandy Springs. So I would suggest, if you can't make it over to Chamblee, come on over here to Sandy Springs. Or if you can't make it over here, go over to Chamblee.
I love it, Eli.
We got jewelry. We got essential oils over here, made by Rachel. Rachel made, and she's made all this by herself, no help at all whatsoever. She bottled it all up, and she's even selling her own stuff, and she's doing well. She's making some sales. And then we got some pop art over here, the wood design pop art. Look, we got Marilyn Monroe, we got Elvis back there with it stenciled out with the wood. This is just amazing, guys. Looks beautiful. There's all sorts of beautiful arts out here at Arts-a-Palooza in Sandy Springs. Goes on till 5. Easter egg hunt at 2 p.m. Ariel?
Eli, I love it. This has been amazing. I think I love nothing more than just seeing the community come together, shopping local, supporting each other, and just having a good time. It's what it's all about. So, Eli, thanks for sharing that with us today.
Well, thank you.
All right, well, I'm going to let Eli get back to his Sunday activities, and I'm sure you guys have a lot of things to do today as well. I do want to take a moment. I know some of you might be interested in taking a look at what we saw earlier this morning, a sunrise service on Stone Mountain Park. So this was, of course, a years-long tradition. And we got to see our very own photojournalist, Billy Heath, put up his camera, and he was able to capture this sunrise service. So check it out. This is a look at it. This is the sunrise service that happens every year there at Stone Mountain Park. And we know this is a tradition that's nearly 80 years long. The sunrise service starts at 7 a.m. People venture up Stone Mountain. And this non-denominational service draws in thousands of people every year. And it started when a youth group from Stone Mountain first climbed United Methodist Church, or rather the youth group from First United Methodist Church climbed to the top of the mountain to watch the sunrise on Easter morning. This was in 1944, and now the tradition has just continued. So I'm going to leave you with this shot before we head to a break. You can just enjoy the moments earlier today. Welcome into Casting Call. I'm Ariel Onstadt here with Tess Hammock.
Hello.
Tess, I'm so excited because we have some amazing castings for
really
the people today.
We really, really do.
So I'm not going to waste any time.
Let's jump right into it.
The first one, Santa Maria.
Santa Maria. Now,
Okay.
I will say this is a working title, so we won't end with that. But again, I can tell you this is about a football player and his life. This is based on a true story. So think about any famous football players you may know, and then you might be on the right path. That's all I can say.
Okay.
That said, we have 2 roles for any football players or people who look like football players in your life, or maybe that's you. So the first role is our action football players. These are the people who are actually going to be playing, probably for maybe an NFL team. I don't know. Can't say.
Yeah.
Who knows? Ages 22 to 40. And they would like to see people with real significant football experience in college. Now, if you played in high school, I don't know, that might work too. Go ahead and submit for that.
Sure.
But definitely in college. And if you're ready to strap on those pads again, this is going to be perfect for you. Run a couple
it sounds
drills.
like they want that because
they
want to build the authenticity of the piece.
Absolutely.
If you have that knowledge, it's just going to make the project seem more realistic.
Yes, absolutely. And you can be any ethnicity for this as well. So that one is actually going to be filming May 12th through the 23rd, not all days, but probably 2 or 3 days within that window. So as long as you have a little bit of flexibility within that window, it's good. There is going to be a fitting date. Obviously, they have to fit you for your uniform, and that one's going to be filming in downtown Atlanta. Now, the second